Welcome to another Fast Tips video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I am your instructor, Richard Rost. Today we're carrying on, sallying forth with our follow-ups database. This is part 4. So you know that. If you haven't watched parts 1 through 3, go watch them right now. You'll find links down below. You can click on to go watch them. In today's video, we're going to add categories to our follow-ups. So if you want to say, okay, let me sit down and do all my pre-sales follow-ups, or I want to do all my service calls, okay? We'll add a filter. I'll show you how to filter by category. Then we'll do a printable report. So if you want to print it out and take it home and make actual phone calls, you can, I guess. People still do that. And then we'll add that combo box to the contact form as well. So lots to do today. Welcome back, fans. This is part 4. I was just playing around with entering some data, and we got to fix the tab order in here. So let's go design view. And tab order, and then the details section, auto, and OK. And that should do it. Let's see. Okay, much better. I don't think it's cycling over to the... Yeah, it's not hitting this date. I think the date wasn't in the tab stop in the last form. So we'll go to other, and tab stop is set to no. There we go. That'll do it. Okay, good. Everything's fixed. All right. So I'm just going to back some of these up a little bit so we can see them in the list without having to hit all. And let's do that. And all right, there they are. Next up, categories. It'd be nice to put these into categories like sales, service, pre-sales, tech support, whatever. Okay? Or you could group them based on different departments, you know, hardware, accessories, whatever. Whatever categories you want to put these things in. So let's make a category table, create, table design, category ID, and a description. And that's all. That's all you really need. Save it. Category T, primary key yes. And let's put some stuff in. I'm going to have, let's do this. I'm going to go 1 pre-sales, 2 sales, 3 service, 4 follow-up. And I'm putting a number in there intentionally because you can't rely on the auto number here to always be in sequence. That auto number is not for you. And I'd like to have these in order, and that kind of, you know, doubles as a sort order. You could make a separate column in here for sort order if you want to. In fact, yeah, let's do that. That's a better design. Let's do a sort order, and that'll be a number, and that way you can specify the sort order yourself without having to have it like this. All right, so we'll do pre-sales as 1. We'll do sales as 2, and then service will be 3. And then our follow-ups will be, and then other 5, right? Okay. Now I'm going to set this up in a one-to-many relationship, which means that each follow-up can be in one category. If you need to brush up on your relationships, go watch this video. Now, since I'm going to use a one-to-many relationship, I'm going to go to the contact table and add a foreign key in here, a category ID, which is going to be a number of type long integer. All right, and I like to keep all my keys up at the top, so I'll put it right there. All right, contact ID, category ID, customer ID. So this table now has 2 foreign keys. It's got data to the category table, and it's got data to the customer table. All right, the primary key is the contact ID. Now, like I said, because of this, you can only have 1 category for each follow-up. If you had to do a sales and a service follow-up, you'd have to make 2 different follow-ups if you want to have 1 in sales, 1 in service. Now, if you wanted to have it so that each follow-up could have 2 or more categories assigned to it, you'd have to set up a many-to-many relationship with a junction table. I cover that in this video. But for the purposes of our database, I think we're fine with just a single category for each of these. Okay, if you need more, if you need 1 for sales, 1 for service, you're going to have to make 2 follow-ups. Okay. All right, so now we're going to add the category as a combo box to our follow-ups form. Right-click, Design View, And let's just drop a combo box right over here. Find the combo boxes. There you are. Drop it there. Look up the values from a table or query. What table has the values that we want in it? Our category table. Bring over all the fields. Now, we don't need sort order to see it, but I need it to do the sorting. It's kind of stupid. Next, what field do you want to sort by? The sort order. Yeah, you could make a query that uses the sort order, and then it doesn't bring it into the box. This is fine. We're just going to hide it anyways. Okay, so here our key column is hidden. Description, and then we'll just hide sort order like that if you don't want to see it. Real easy to do. Okay, next. Now, we're going to store that value. What are we picking? We're picking a category. So we're going to store that in the category ID of the contact form or table, right? Picking a category, saving it as the foreign key in the contact table. Next, we're going to delete that label anyways and hit finish. All right, so there's our combo box. Put you over here. You can put it at the beginning or at the end. I don't care. There. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we'll just copy one of these labels. Copy, paste. Put that there. Category. Slide it up. Slide to the left. And save it. Close it. Open it. And there we go. Now we just got to put these things into categories. All right, that'll be sales. That'll be service. That'll be follow-ups. That'll be other. More sales. And more pre-sales. And a pre-sales. Now, keep in mind, you can sort and filter based on any of these things you want to. So if you want to sort these based on the category, you can right-click, sort A to Z. If you want to filter for just a specific customer's contacts, right-click, and then filter on Richard Rost. Right? Turn the filters off. You can see just, you want to do just your pre-sales calls today? Okay, right-click equals pre-sales. So you can sort and filter based on any of these things using Access's built-in tools. If you want to make it spiffy for your users, though, I do have another video where I show you how you can make this header clickable. So when they click on that header, it'll sort based on that column. All right, that's sometimes easier for novice users to do. I also have a template available called the Search and Sort template where I put these little boxes above each column, and you can filter based on just typing data into these columns here, into these boxes. Right, you could do like a credit limit from to, you could do a date from to. Right, you click on each of these column headers and it changes the color. All right, that's my Search and Sort template. I'll put a link to this down below as well. There's lots of spiffy add-ons you can do to build cool features like that into Access if you want to make it easier for your users to use. But that functionality is all in here if you just know how to do it. Right-click, sort Z to A, for example. Okay, right-click over here, sort by the follow updates. Okay. How about a quick report? Some people like to print this stuff out. Some people are old school. They want to print out a list of their contacts they have to make. We'll include the customer's name and phone number. And we'll say, let's make the report only for follow-ups up to, oh, let's do up to tomorrow, because we might print this and take it home or take it on the road with us. So the first step is to make a query that's got all the stuff that you want in it. All right, so create, query design. And then we're going to bring in the contact table. We're going to want to see that category name. So I'm going to bring in the category T. We're going to make this an outer join because I want to see all the contacts and include the category even if they're missing one, because you don't have to pick a category. You could put a follow-up in with no category. In fact, let's remember to put that category combo box on our contact form so we can specify a category when we add the contact, right? We're going to want some customer information. Bring that customer stuff over. Now, all follow-ups have to have a customer, so we can leave that as an inner join. Okay, what do you want to see on your report? Well, I'm going to bring over the star over here. I try to only bring in the star from one table when I'm building queries. Don't bring in all the stars. Then you're going to get contact T.customer ID and customer T.customer ID. And don't do that. All right, try not to duplicate your fields up down here. Okay, now for this, follow-up has to be equal to true. And follow-up date has to be, we said what? Less than or equal to tomorrow. Okay, let's take a peek, make sure it's working so far. All right, looks good. Looks good. Let's bring in the other information that we need. I want the category description. And then I want the customers. You know what? Let's bring in. No, that's fine. Let's bring them inside. I was going to bring in the last name, first name queue, but that's okay. We'll put them in separate fields. First name, last name, and their phone number. Because we're going to be making phone calls. Who does this still, right? My fiance can't stand it because I refuse to make phone calls. I hate talking on the phone. All right, let's take another peek at it. Okay, so now we got all the related information for each contact. Now you're probably saying to yourself, well, we got duplicated information over here. Yeah, we do. We're going to group this stuff. Don't worry about it. All right, let's save this as follow-up report queue. This is going to be using for my. This is going to be used for my follow-up report. And I did just notice I got a contact t.description and a category t.description, and that's okay. I mean, sometimes that's going to happen. We have a description field in both of those tables, and that's okay. Just be aware of it. All right, close this, and let's go make a report. Now I've got in my blank database, I got a blank R report. Let's design this. Actually, let's copy this guy first. Let's copy Control-C, Control-V. Let's call this my follow-up R. A follow-up report. I think it's already formatted. It's been I don't do a lot of work with reports, I'll be honest with you. Close that and come back here. Yeah, this guy's already formatted properly. Okay, so it's formatted for an 8.5 by 11 sheet. Let's specify where we're getting our data from. Data is coming from that follow-up report. Where are you? Follow-up report queue. Okay. And I keep this guy here just so I can format stuff. Let's go to the report design, add existing fields. What do we want to see on the report? Well, I want the contact. I don't need any of these IDs. Okay. I want the contact description, notes. I'm holding down the control key, by the way. If it's on this list, it's going to be a follow-up, so we don't need that. Follow-up date I want to see. I want the category description. And I want the customer's first name, last name, and phone number. All right, we're going to bring all these fields over to here. Okay, looking good so far. Let's take a peek, see what it looks like. Save it. And I got a button for print preview right there. Okay, all right, looks okay. Got some work to do. Back to design view. Now, there's a reason I keep this guy around. That's so I can use the format painter and go like this. Click, 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 click. It sets all the colors, turns all those formatting features off, turns the borders off around there, makes this guy black so you can actually read it. Okay. Now I can get rid of this label. And I'm going to line these fields up one over the other. So I'm going to take all these fields out of here. We're going to cut those out. We're going to paste them in the page header. Okay, the page header. I want these on top of each page. All right, now the contact T description, we're going to put in here just contact description. And this is going to be the category, so we'll just call that category. And we'll move this up here. Now notes is going to go below the contact description, so we can delete that. And maybe put the follow-up date over here. And then the first name, last name, and phone number go over here. Okay, now we'll move this stuff underneath it. Contact T description can go there. Make it a little bit wider. Notes is going to go underneath it, like so. Follow-up date can go there. All right, the category can go there. First name, last name, and phone number. Okay, and now we're going to shrink this up. Save it. Print preview again. Okay, it's looking a lot better. Let's clean up these labels a little more and maybe put a line under it. How's that sound? And if you don't have these buttons up here, by the way, in the quick launch toolbar, I think I showed how to do this. Showed how to do this in the blank template video, but you can just right click on this header here and you can see them there, right? Or you can right click down here. There's a million ways to do it. Or you can switch on the down here in the bottom right corner. There's all kinds of ways to switch. I set them up in my quick launch toolbar. This is where I'm used to looking at them. Or I right click on the title bar, design view. All right, follow-up date, contact description, first name, last name, phone number. Slide this down a hair. Let's throw a horizontal line on here. Like so. Come here. Whee. Right there. Get to the left a little bit. There you go. Okay. And maybe we'll leave a little bit of extra space there. And I'm going to select everybody. One of my pet peeves with Access is that these things don't show up as on the grid. They don't snap right to the grid. So right click, size to grid, and now they should all be snapped to these little grid dots in the background. Let's see what we look like now. I do a lot of flipping back and forth between print and preview. Okay, category doesn't have to be that big. Follow-up date can come to the left. Okay, looking pretty good, looking pretty good. I think the next thing that I want to do is group everybody in the same category together. We're going to put a grouping level on. If you've never done grouping levels in reports, go watch this video. So I'm going to right-click, go back to Design View, come up to Group and Sort, add a group. What do you want to group by? Let's group them alphabetically by the category description. Why not? Category T dot description. All right, with A on top, and there's a whole bunch of different options in here. Okay, I do have a header. I don't need a footer for this one. Now I'm going to move this category up into the category header, like that. And then we can make this bigger. We got room now. We can make it bold. We can make the letters a little bigger if you want to. All right. There's that category. Okay. Now let's take a look and see what we got. Oh, that looks a lot nicer. Look at that. Follow-ups, other, pre-sales, sales, doing sales. Okay. I'm not a big fan of the alternating background color. That's up to you if you want to get rid of it. I'm going to leave it in for this one. I don't really mind it here. Maybe let's put a footer on with a horizontal line. That might look better too, right? Let's go back to Design View. Let's turn on a footer. So with a header or with a footer section. Okay, there's the footer, and we'll just copy this line and paste it in the category footer. It's right there. I like to move it off of there. There, it looks better. Okay. Save it, preview it. Okay. Yeah, let's get rid of that stupid alternating background color. I don't really like that. I never really have. Unless it's a very simple report where it's like every other one, but you got variable spaced stuff in here, and I don't know. Open up the properties for detail, go to Format, Background Color, and Alternate Background Color. Now we've got the category header as well, background color, and we're going to go no color for that as well. Save it, and now we should see. Oh, we got the footer too. Got to do the footer. Ugh. Footer, no color. Okay, there we go. That looks a lot better. So now you've got a report where they've got each one in a category. You've got them grouped here, right? There's 2 sales ones for today. You could put totals on these things. You could put dates on these things. You could put all kinds of header information. And this is a really brief report. And I'm way over time. I wanted to keep these videos to about 10 minutes a piece. What am I, almost at 20 minutes now? So, yeah. If you guys want to see more with this kind of stuff, you want to see more report stuff, let me know. Post a comment down below. But for now, I'm going to close this. We got to have a way to get to it, right? So let's put a button on the main menu for him. Design View. Copy, paste this guy. Right? Follow up report. We're going to go give it a name. Follow up report button. Right click, build event. Do command, open report. Follow up R, comma. Now, this is important. If you leave it to default, all right, it's going to open it and send it directly to the printer. That's AC View normal. So if you wanted to just click a button, go right to the printer, that's fine. If you like that. If not, you're going to be spitting out useless paper. So I like to always go into preview mode first. AC View preview. And that way I can look at it, say, okay, this looks good, and then print it. There. If you want to actually print it, click the print button. Okay. Okay. One more thing we're going to do is that when we create, I mentioned this earlier in the video, when we create a new contact, and I want to set a follow-up category down here, All right, we don't have a category combo box on here. We already made a combo box. We can just steal it. Oop, wrong one. We can just steal it off of this guy. Design view. Copy this guy, right? Copy. Come over here. Design view. We're going to paste it down in the footer. Whoop, right there. Okay. Now, we also got to play around with that visible stuff we did before. Oh, and it's combo 17. I didn't name it over here, did I? All right, let's make sure we give it a good name. Category combo. Save it here. And then this one's also got to be category combo. Category combo. Combo. Okay. Now, by default, visible is no. And now we got to add it to that code that we had earlier, right? So we're going to go into the code behind this guy. There's a little button right there. Looks like 3 little pieces of candy. I also put it up here on my quick launch toolbar. It's called view code. The easiest way to get into the code for that form. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did right here. Copy, paste, and just change this to category combo dot visible equals follow up. So now, when you go to create a contact, let's go to Jean-Luc Picard, contacts, talked about the Borg invasion. I'm going to follow up with him. Let's follow up with them on Saturday. You could put those buttons here too, by the way. I put them on the big follow-up form because I like to just run down my follow-ups and go tomorrow, 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 next week, next week. Okay? But in here, you can put them in here if you want to as well. But now I can also change the category here. And yeah, that's going to bother me. We got to left justify. I don't like stuff right justified. Format, left, close it. Yes. Contacts, beautiful. Close that, follow-ups. Oh, wait a minute. Lookup combo 17 description. Uh-oh. I'm going to leave this in the video. I changed the name of that combo from combo 17 to category combo. And anytime you see enter parameter value, I got a whole video on this. Go watch this video if you want to learn more about this. Basically, something is spelled wrong or you changed it, and Access is looking for something that's no longer there because you either renamed it or you typed it in wrong. It's usually a spelling mistake. So in this case, we got to figure out who's looking for combo 17 description. I'm going to hit cancel here. Debug. All right, open form follow-up. All right, let's close. Let's reset the code so it's not doing that. Let's open up that follow-up form manually. Right here. Okay, it's doing the same thing. Hit OK. All right, so who's looking for this thing? Right-click, design view. I'm going to bet it's a form filter. And let's see here. Data. Yep, there it is. Okay, so what happened before was, and this is interesting that this came up because this came up in the forums a while back, and someone had this problem. When you filter or sort in the form like we did before, okay, that actually gets saved in the filter property and the order by properties. Now, by default, filter on load is set to no. So when you close the form and reopen it again, the filter doesn't launch on load. It doesn't apply itself, but it's still there. And Access is still trying to evaluate, hey, where the hell is lookup combo 17? Doesn't exist. I renamed it. Okay, but that filter is no longer necessary. So I'm just going to come over here and just delete it. Same thing with the order by. Delete. And I don't personally want order by on load on. I usually turn that off. That means when you custom resort the form and you close it and reopen it, normally it will retain that sort. That's what this is. I got a video on this stuff too. Of course I do, right? I got videos for everything. All right, but that's where that error was coming from. You applied a filter, then you renamed the field. This comes up once in a while in the forums. All right. Now if I go back into here, it opens up just fine because I took that filter out. Okay. All right, so there you go. There's your fast tip for today. That was about twice as long as I was planning on it being, but yeah, we did some formatting on that report, made it look pretty. And like I said, anything else you guys want to see me add? I got a list of stuff too. We're not done. I've got at least 2 or 3 more parts of this follow-up series to go. I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, let me know. If you're not, go away No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I want to know your feedback. If you like me doing little things like this, I got feedback from a bunch of people that are like, oh, do this kind of database, do that kind of database. People want, like, I got a whole bunch of people that want, like, church membership database to track donations and stuff. I've got people wanting accounting databases. I got people wanting whatever. So whatever kind of database you're looking to have built or to build yourself, I'm always looking for ideas to start stuff like this, and I'll do a little, multi-part series on how you set that stuff up. So, yeah. Okay, there's your fast tip for today. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, and click on the bell icon to select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Make sure you click the Show More link down below the video to find additional resources and links. You'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted, so if you'd like to get an email every time I post a video, click on the link to join my mailing list. Even if you don't want to become a member, feel free to donate to my tip jar. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got puppies to feed. How do you become a member? Click on the Join button below the video. After you click the Join button, you'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks. Silver members and up will get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, one free beginner class each month, and more. Gold members get access to download all of the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus my code vault, where I keep tons of different functions that I use. You'll also get a higher priority if you decide to submit any tech help questions to me, and you'll get one free expert class each month after you finish the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks, plus even higher priority for tech help questions, access to all of my full beginner courses for every subject, and one free developer class each month after you finish the expert classes. These are the full-length courses found on my website, not just for Access, too. I also teach Word, Excel, Visual Basic, and lots more. You can now become a Diamond sponsor and have your name or company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown in each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout-out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. But don't worry, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access. It's over 4 hours long, and I just updated it for 2021. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll include a link below that you can click on. And also, if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1. Yep, that's all, $1, and it's free for all members of my YouTube channel at any level, even supporters. Want to have your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my tech help page on my website. You can send me your question there. While you're on my site, feel free to stop by the Access Forum. Lots of good conversations happening there. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course, YouTube. Once again, my name is Richard Ross. Thank you for watching this tech help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something today. I'll see you again soon.